Time out real quick. I'm going to cut everybody off real quick. We're back. We got a very special guest joining us this evening, and I'm very excited to have this gentleman join us tonight. He is one of the most popular fighters in the UK, let alone the entire world, one of the most talked about heavyweights of the year 2012, 2011, coming straight from heaven. Without further ado, it's you like that rhyme? I know you did, Carl. That was kind of corny, but here's how we do it here, ATG Radio. Without further ado, honor and a pleasure to have this, one of the best heavyweights on the planet right now, Del Boy Dereck Chisora. Welcome to ATG Radio, champ. It's an honor and it's a complete privilege to have such an enigma on this show as yourself. How you doing today, champ?
I'm doing good, man. How are you guys, man? Thanks for having me on your radio station, you know. It's a pleasure. Hey,
man, you know what? To us, it's a pleasure because, you know what? You epitomize in a fighter what I think boxing needs. You're, you know what I'm saying, you're out there. You're not afraid to show charisma, some character, and you get everybody talking about you. And that's, you know, even though sometimes you're portrayed as the bad guy, you got to have somebody to root for. You got to have somebody to boo. And I mean, like I said, you epitomize that right now. And I got to ask you like this, man. Del Boy, you know, you've been quiet on the scene as far as boxing news right now. And, you know, first and foremost, what's going on with you?
Right now, man, I'm just kicking back. I started training in January. I got a fight in February. And then springtime, we're going to go for another big title.
What currently is the status? We know, you know, with all the, like I said, all the noise you've been making over the past 2 years in the heavyweight division. You know, you have one of the most impressive resumes that's out there in the heavyweight division. But what's your status as far as, you know, you being banned from this country, from this commission? You know, I don't know where you're allowed to fight, where you are allowed to fight.
You know, one thing with sports sometimes, and it's people like us, for them to keep talking about it. You know, I'm not banned. You know, I'm just. People don't like me, but I don't mind. You know, they still buy tickets, come watch me fight, or you know. But right now, I'm just chilling. But I'm training hard.
And I hear you that, you know, and I want to give a shout out to your boy Jay. I know, you know, Carla Ja. She tries to say her name's Carla J, but it's really Carla Ja. She's with us right now. You know, shout out to your boy Jay, Del Boy. He, you know, he helped facilitate. Getting you on the line right now.
He's sitting right next to me right now.
Oh, there
telling me nearly one.
Is he? Tell Jay we said what's up.
Jay, they say what's up. He said what's good.
But speaking of Jay, Carla Ja, you know, Del Boy Chisora, you know, like I said, he's one of the most talked about guys out there. I mean, I can't forget it. You know, a guy that we've been speaking to, he'll be coming on the show. I can't forget this, though. I know you spoke on this, but spitting the water in Vladimir Klitschko's face before you fought Vitaly, I thought that was pure class and classicness that you delivered. I think I said that's what I like to see. But I mean, anything, you know. You know
the problem is like it's like this. You know, on the other side, you know, yourselves up in the United States, there you like that kind of charisma, you know, you like that John Wayne bounty hunter thing going on. But the Europe side, they found that very disgusting. And I paid the price of that, you know, by them taking my license.
Why don't you just come to the U.S.? Come to the U.S. You'll be very well receptive over here. I think you just come to the U.S.
Yeah, but you know the U.S. I'll be honest with you, man. The U.S. boys don't want to fight, man. They always just want to fight bums on roads. They don't want to fight. They want to fight cab drivers. You know, they want to have records of 30-0. 30-0. Who did you fight? You didn't fight nobody. You know, but us down in London, we like fighting. I love fighting. I personally love fighting because I got in boxing when I was 16. You know, I love a little terror. I ain't scared of nobody, you know.
Double, be specific. You mentioned some of these guys out there, 30-0. I mean, we got a couple undefeated heavyweights out here in the U.S.
Yeah, you know, listen. I don't have to say names. I don't have to say names, you know. But all I'm saying is, if your boys in the United States want to whoop ass, I don't mind coming down there and start beating them down.
What about somebody like Chris Arreola? You think he wants a piece of Del Boy Dereck Chisora?
I don't want nothing, man. Tell him to just go eat tacos, man. He can't handle this, man.
Where's the tacos, man? How How about Seth Mitchell? You see what Jonathan Banks did to him?
Listen, man, this guy don't know how to fight. When he gets hard, these guys will crumble. I make it hard for these guys. I will be knocking on their door soon.
To be honest, I can't name any other guys. I mean, there's somebody, you mentioned a
couple
of guys.
Listen, there's some jokers in the United States, like guys that think they can fight, but they can't fight. They haven't got the heart. They think they can fight, but they haven't got it.
What do you think about Kevin Johnson, his performance against a former adversary of yours, Tyson Fury? How do you think he fared when he came over with the prize fighter and he came over?
That guy came to get paid, man. If you phone him right now, he's probably driving around in a Lincoln with a gold chain around his neck. He got paid, and then when that money runs out, he's going to come back again to Europe, get his ass whooped, and go buy another Lincoln, another gold chain. So we already know what American fighters are about. They like to come over here, get paid, go back to their neighborhood and say, I made some money. When he runs out, they come back again here. So it's no big problem.
So, Del Boy, you have no interest in coming to the States?
You're paying dollars, yeah. We're paying. You know what? My dream right now, is to have a big, massive fight in the MGM. It's been a while they had a heavyweight fight happening. The last fight, there was Lennox Lewis.
That's right.
Lennox Lewis up there with Mike. I don't know. Was it with Mike Tyson?
No, they did that. They did that in Memphis, Tennessee. But Lennox Lewis fought Vitaly Klitschko.
That was the last fight of the heavyweight championship in Vegas. That's a decade ago. That's almost like 12 years ago. If you look at it properly.
That was in Las Vegas. So that was in Los Angeles. That was in the Staples Center, wasn't it?
No, it was in Vegas. I think it was. Now we got to look it up. Now, let's see. We have to look
it up. But you see, that's the whole point. You have to give a shout out to everybody, like Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, all the other fighters, because they keep boxing going on. Because there's no one out there in the heavyweight division, who can get the people to start talking. Because us Londoners, we used to go out and party and then come back home and start watching the fight. But now these days we don't have that no more.
Hey, let me ask you, who are you looking at when you get your license back? Who are you going to be looking to jump in the ring with?
No. I'm going back to my old British license, the BBC, the British Border Control. Right now we've got a couple of things we just have to sort out, and I'll have my license by end of December or by the first week of January.
Right, and like I was saying, once you get that back, are there any names you're targeting over there, like a David Price?
There's no money me and David Price, man. The fight me and David Price is a great fight, but not now.
Well, you said you're returning in February. Is there any names lined up? I think that's what Tim was trying to get.
I tell you, right now we're looking at this fighter, Emmanuel Shaw, the guy who lost to Vitaly.
And then you said you mentioned that there's no money in the fight with David Price. The same thing was said by Tyson Fury. Everybody's still clamoring for that fight, it seems, over in the UK. If those two were to fight, who would you favor in that?
My money's on David Price.
Is there a certain reason why?
Because David Price whooped Tyson Fury ass in the amateurs badly. Badly. So that's why Tyson Fury is running away. And another point as well, because Tyson is on Channel 5 in the UK. So if he loses a fight, that means his deal goes. So basically, they're going to try and feed him all these stupid fighters to just keep the money coming in.
Well, David Price has a fight with Tony Thompson coming up. I'm hearing it's official. What do you think that fight? Do you think that it's it's a gauge for Vladimir Klitschko? Do you think it's a gauge for Alexander Povetkin, seeing that Tony Thompson's a southpaw? I mean, do you think that fight makes any sense?
You know what? I don't know. David Price never fought. David Price was fighting, guys, and then he knocks them out in the first round, second round. He's never gone to the championship rounds when a fighter gets tired, his brains goes, everything's just not working right, and you have to dig deep to get that strength back. He's never been there. So I think he's gonna catch this guy in probably fourth round or fifth round and knock this guy out, and then. Is he ready for a world title fight? Everybody's ready for a world title fight.
So you're saying that you and David Price, you don't think he's ready yet. If he is successful, like you're saying, 3 or 4 rounds against Tony Thompson, do you think that will solidify him to fight you?
Yeah, but there's no money in it. It's all set out. It's set out for
but if
like
you knock
40,000.
Tony Thompson, I'm pretty sure there's a little bit more change in the figure bag.
Doss, let me get into this real quick. Tyson Fury, real quick, and this is kind of, I think, touching on what Doss was talking about, Del Boy. Tyson Fury had mentioned in an interview, I think, with Jane Couch, that he said that he would prefer to do a Super 4 tournament with himself, you, David Haye, and David Price. The 4 top heavyweights, 2 or 4, 4 of the top heavyweights in the world, but the 4 top guys in the heavyweight division in the UK. What are your thoughts on that? And
that's the first thing, now, boy. That's the first. If Tyson Fury came up with that, that's great minding of him. That's amazing. I don't mind doing that.
But it don't really make sense with Channel 5 and Box Nation and Sky Sports and everything like that, correct?
Oh, trust me, everybody be watching this.
No, I'll tell you like this, Del Boy, listen. Besides the Klitschko's, and everybody knows they dictate the World Heavyweight Championship pace. You sign to fight them in the contract. You know better than we do. In the contract, you win, immediate rematch, or to fight the brother, whatever. They got that on lock. But I think right now the focus is on British boxing, heavyweight boxing. You got yourself, like you mentioned, like this. You got the John Wayne-esqueness to yourself. You're the bad guy. You got David Haye, who, David Haye, I don't know what's going on with him, but David Haye does what he wants to do, I guess, when he wants to do it. And you got the 2 skyscrapers. You got, Tyson Fury and David Price. I think you guys have, the most potential as far as to carry the heavyweight division once, they're saying Vitaly's going to retire. I mean, how much more is Klitschko going to be in there? I mean, your thoughts just basically right now on the heavyweight division in the UK in general. I know you got some young fighters also coming up, but, you being one of the top guys in the UK in the world, what is your thoughts on the heavyweight division in the UK?
Hey, listen, my trainer always tells me this, man. The heavyweight division is buzzing in London. We've got another fighter, Dylan White, he's being banned for drinking a wrong drink at the wrong time, but he'll be back, David Price, Tyson Fury, Richard Towers. We've got another fighter, Richard Towers, is tall as Tyson Fury, and you got myself, it's going to be buzzing in the next 7 months. British heavyweight is going to be buzzing.
If you're to pick who's going to be the first out of everybody there, I mean, Del Boy, you're a guy's always in the situation. You're the guy who's always you already got a world title shot. You had a great fight against Vitaly Klitschko. A lot of people are saying you demonstrated the formula on how to beat him in that fight. But out of the 4, out of some of them names that were mentioned in the UK, which one do you think, besides yourself, has an opportunity to be world heavyweight champion?
Do you know what? If there's a fight going on, it's difficult to pick, to be honest with you, because both guys, I haven't seen them challenge, basically. I can't say I haven't seen them. I personally haven't seen them challenge, basically, in the ring, like saying the rounds are going tough, and then we've seen them like knocking out guys who came out of the pub or came out of the taxi, but a real fight, I haven't seen them been in a real fight yet.
So, again, Elliot, actually, Dereck, I want to bring it on like this. We're everybody on the show tonight, all the co-hosts on the show tonight, are all from around the United States. Again, you got Carla out of Houston, you got Mike Doss out of Houston / Louisiana, Tim Cudgett out of Arizona / Philly, myself out of Las Vegas, and Elliot Vasquez Torres, who's out in Puerto Rico. I know he's a huge fan. I want to bring Elliot on here as well. Elliot, what's up, brother?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, Dereck, how you doing? It's Elliot.
I'm all right, brother. How are you?
Good. Listen, I wanna play promoter right now and have a proposition for you. And tell me how it sounds. How about in the next fight you fight Michael Sprott, and if you become successful, then you have a rematch with one of the guys that you fought, before, and I thought that you actually won the fight, Robert Helenius. How about fighting Squadron Helenius this year? How would that sound?
You see, when I turned pro, Marcus Pro was like one of my advisors. I used to spar with him. He taught me the game. It'd be difficult for me to go back there and give him a warpath. But Robert Helenius, he's not the same fighter he was for like 7 months ago, 10 months ago, a year ago. He's not the same fighter. If you watch his last, has he fought since I fought him?
He fought Sherman Tank Williams, and he won an uninspiring unanimous decision over him.
Exactly. He's not the same fighter. He hasn't got that edge no more. The best fight for me is Manuel Shaw, because you know what? He looked like a great fighter. He was fighting, one of the brothers I lost to. He looked like he was giving a good fight, and I think me and him will be a great fight.
I'm looking forward to it. Dereck, honestly, here's another one. He's on the line as well. Chris Guns, out of the New England area, down in Connecticut in the United States. Chris Guns, you're on with Delboy.
What's
Hello?
up, Dereck? It's Guns. Hey, Dereck.
Hey, what's up? Are you still in bed or what?
Still in bed, yeah.
He just woke up. We just woke him up.
What's up, man? I wanted to know how much it bothered you losing to David Haye after all that build-up and the stuff going into it. How did it affect you losing that fight?
You know what? It did affect me for about the first 4 weeks, and I realized, you know what? It wasn't my time. I drew the short stick at the end of the, in the thing going on. But, fair dues to David Haye. He caught me with a great punch. The fight for myself, I enjoyed the fight. I played it about 4 times, and I saw so many mistakes I was making. I wasn't fighting. I was upset. I was just not thinking properly. But you know what? Fair dues. The English public came out when it was pouring down with rain. It was raining mad, but they came out to watch the sport I love. And I think, that day, boxing won, David Haye won, even I myself won because the whole world was watching this fight.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, yeah, that's what I said.
You're welcome, brother. I'm here.
Oh, no, Delboy, in this case, like I said, man, we know you're going into that. I agree with you on Robert Helenius to mention that. But I want to ask you like this, man. I mean, what are your thoughts on, the way David Haye has been, acting? I mean, obviously he was saying before fighting you he wouldn't fight anybody who didn't have the last name Klitschko, but he fought you. Now you don't know what's going on with him. He doesn't know if he wants to fight again. I mean, what do you think his thoughts? Is he holding out for too much money? What do you think?
Nah, you know what? I'll tell you exactly. We had an agreement when we were at a press conference, before the whole fight happened. Ted Bonds, Klitschko's promoter, goes, listen, whoever wins the fight between David Haye and Dereck gets to fight the older brother. And then we agreed on that verbally, as men. And David Haye won the fight, and I think the Klitschko brothers should fight him. They shouldn't come up with excuses. They should just agree and do the fight. Because he won the fight, so he should fight him.
I think that'd be a good fight. Vitaly Klitschko and what's his name? Carla J is actually back with us. Carla.
Yep, I'm here. You know what? I want to ask Delboy. I know that there's been a lot of conversation, and you guys have been making comments about, it's not enough money in that fight. It's not enough money here, not enough money there. Okay, so at what point do you just finally say, you know what, I'm going to go on and let's go on and sign on the line. Let's go on and fight. That's what we're here for. We're warriors, and let's give the fans what they want to see. So at what point do you say, you know what, I'm going to go on and settle for this much or whatever the case may be?
I'll tell you exactly how the game. This is how it is, yeah. The fight, it depends what fight you're talking about. The fight
you know what?
About, if I fight David Price, yeah, the whole Great Britain will watch it. Even in the States, they'll start watching it. They'll pay on TV everybody. The promoters will come to us and say, you know what, we're going to give you this much for money. And they'll say, all right, then when you sign, they'll announce it, say, we're going to put it in a 50,000 seater. That means they're going to make millions and you're going to make less money. So until they come up with an idea you can split it down the middle, both of us, then we do the fight. Because this is how they do it. This is how they catch you. They say, we're announcing the fight tomorrow. We have to sign the contract. You don't even know what the fight's going to be. And then suddenly they tell you, oh, we're putting the fight in the 50,000 stadium, or we're putting in the O2 arena. That holds about 35,000 people. And you realize, hold on, 35,000 people, you know, the floor seats are like going for £500. And they're selling TV rights as well. They're selling them almost about 25,000 each. And then you left out with no money until the government comes and takes it, and you're fucked.
No, would you say that that's what, you know, a lot of these negotiations are why, you know, there's these huge delays in fights while some fighters are waiting 12, 13, 14 months for their next fight?
Yeah. You know, fighters want to fight, but it's when the promoter's getting him in the middle and start saying, oh, this is how much you only can make of this fight. You're like, what are you talking about? I know how much this fight is worth. I'm a fighter, but I'm not a numbnut. I'm not stupid, am I? You know?
Mm-hmm. Now, what are you doing for, you know, after you decide, you know what, my career is done, I'm done with fighting, all of that. What do you see in your future after boxing?
What do I see?
Yeah.
I already got a gym. I own a gym here, my trader. My nephew wants to start boxing, but I don't want him to start boxing. For now, I'm just enjoying boxing. It's quite difficult to retire from boxing. Yeah, it's difficult. You know, you everybody will tell you, I'm retired from boxing, and then a month later you see them back in the gym. You know, they're training somebody. You know, it's a difficult sport to leave, basically. So if I say I'm going to do something else, I'll be lying to myself. I think I'm going to be in boxing for the rest of my life.
That's true. So you think you're going to be a lifer? You're going to be doing, you know, no retiring. You're just going to be just in it to win it until you just can't go anymore?
Yeah, you know, I'll probably train some people. I'll probably pass on my skills to somebody else. I'm not going to lie to you, because if I say I'm going to retire from boxing, I don't want anything to do with boxing, that's a lie. Ricky Hatton retired and he came back. You know, David Haye retired, he came back. George Foreman retired and he came back. It's a difficult sport to retire from.
That's true. You said you've been chilling lately. What's a day in the life of Del Boy chilling?
No, I just came back from Poland. You know, I was in Poland. It's very cold out there. You know, right now I'm going to do Christmas shopping. And,
that's it? Where's the excitement?
And then later on I'm going to... Where's the excitement? Well,
where's the excitement?
I enjoy driving. I enjoy driving my cars. So I just drive my cars. That's the excitement.
That's it? No more. What kind of car? Tell me what kind of car, and then maybe I'll get excited about it.
Have you ever heard of a smart car? A two-seater?
Shut up!
You made this for the Germans, man. Made by Mercedes, a smart car.
A two-seater smart car.
Yeah. I call it a Batmobile.
Well, why don't you and Jay come out and take a little holiday out in Vegas? You know what I'm saying? Rent one of the cars.
Yo, man,
here.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. You think I don't want to come Vegas? Why is the reason I don't want to come Vegas? They don't allow me in Vegas. I applied for a visa. They told me, no, we don't want you here, son.
Are you serious?
I was like, why? Yeah, I said, why don't you want me there? They go, no, we don't want you in the States. We already got enough trouble here already. If you come in, you're just going to add more. It's like, all right, then, cool. I'll just stay in London.
Nah, man, look, we'll sneak you in. Look, we'll get Carla's got some comps at a lot of these hotels.
Yo. You don't. I'm not an immigration. I don't sneak in no countries. I apply to a country. I check in from.
In Vegas,
nah,
we sneak you in. We got to sneak you in the cities. Remember, back in the day, you know, I'm not sure you're familiar with the old mafia stuff, but Al Capone used to be banned from like Atlantic City, and you know, a lot of the mobsters used to be banned from Las Vegas and stuff, and they come from.
That's when Big Brother wasn't watching. You know, when I say Big Brother, I mean like that's when the cameras were not on him. Now there's cameras everywhere you look around. There's cameras. Probably got a camera in your house right now watching you.
That's what you know what though. I'm sick of seeing like guys like David Haye here in the States showing up at these fights. I'm not. I know you don't got a problem with David Haye right now, but you know, as a fan of you, I'd love to see you come out maybe one of these fights. You know, as you said in the beginning.
You know what? Yeah, I'll make a deal with you. I'm gonna come Vegas. Let's see. I'll be in Vegas in springtime. I'm gonna try and sort it out so I can be in Vegas in the spring. It's alright. You know. I like fighters like him need to come out there because they don't live in London. You know, I love London. You know, it's right now. I tell you right now, it's raining and it's cold. If you don't mind me sending some bit of sunshine in a bottle, just put it in a post so we can open it up here so we can get some sunshine. But it's cold right now.
Yeah, you'd be no, definitely. It's cold right now in Vegas. Right now, I was just walking out, stepping into the studio. I had to pick my daughter up from kindergarten, and just standing in the schoolyard picking her up. It was windy. It's real cold. It's like 40 degrees right now, and it's unlikely. It's very unlikely. You may see 2, 3, 4 times a year that it rains out here in Vegas, but I know it's a lot colder. I've been over there. I've lived in Germany. I've been to London. I've been to the UK and stuff. I know it's cold during the wintertime. It's unbelievably cold. You got to bundle up here. You get a little hooded sweatshirt. Nothing, something, a little hat on your head. Nothing bundling up. But today was one of those days, windy days. We get them days out here. I wouldn't send you a bottle of sunshine to Vegas today, but maybe next week it'd be a different story. But I'm gonna hold you to it. You come out to Vegas, Delboy, because we'll make sure I'm definitely
gonna come Vegas. And I'll tell you one thing as well. When I was training for David Hayes' fight, I had what's his name, Joe Hanks, come here. The future, he's gonna be one of the guys I'm gonna have to watch out for.
We had him on the show 2 weeks ago. Joe Hanks, very, very articulate and he's a sensational fighter. I think he's one of the best guys nobody has seen yet. But yeah, you mentioned Joe Hanks.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch out for him. Cause he likes to work inside. Most fighters they're a bit lazy, but Joe's more like a worker. He's more like he thinks before he chucks his punch, and every punch he hits you with, it's a hard punch. So because me and him had great rounds. We sparred so many times, so we had great rounds, me and him.
Delboy, real quick, Chris. Oh, go ahead, Elliot.
Yeah, I just have one last question for Dereck. Dereck, this past Saturday we had one of the U.S. heavyweights, Deontay Wilder, knocked out Kelvin Price, not Kevin Price, in the third round with a right hand. What do you think about Deontay Wilder? You think he has what it takes to maybe take the U.S. heavyweight division to the next level?
Nah, Joe Hanks has got it.
Okay.
I agree. Chris Guns. I know Chris Guns had a couple more quick questions for you. Chris Guns.
Went back.
All right. I think he went back. Chris, come on. Chris, international calling is not cheap. All right. Delboy, listen. Hey, man, listen. February, look, Manuel Char, I think he's got a fight coming up. He's fighting Constantine Ulrich. Let's hope he gets through that fight. I know he's another guy. I know he don't speak English very well or nothing like that, but I thought he put up a good performance against Vitaly Klitschko.
Don't worry about him. You won't be having that fight because we pay more money. So I think he's gonna take this fight. He's gonna find out how much he's getting paid, and he'll be like, you know what? He's gonna fight me.
I'm gonna tell you like this. A lot of us were planning on coming out. A lot of us here with ATG Radio were planning on coming out to the UK. We want to come out for one of the big fights. Hopefully by the summertime. And you mentioned sometime in 2013, we can, you're hoping to fight for a title. Hopefully you get it in London, somewhere else in the UK. In that case, we come out, ATG Radio crew, we come out for that big heavyweight fight. It includes with Dereck Chisora on that card. Could we get some, Team Delboy shirts or something if we come out to London to watch your fight?
That's all you need. If you land in London, I'll come and pick you up myself personally.
In the 2-seater smart car?
Yep.
Don't worry about that. There's so many cars parked in the garage. But the favorite is a 2-seater smart car. I will come personally to the airport and wait for you.
That's what we got to hear. Yo, Delboy, I know February we hope you fight Manuel Char. I like that fight, man. I think you and Manuel Char is going to be a good fight. I got to ask you this, too, before, just to get you on here. I told you, man, it's a complete honor. You're me personally, you're one of my favorites, and I know I speak on behalf of everybody on the show. Like I said, you're one of them guys out there that does good business for the sport. You make people want to tune in. Everything you say, everything you do, the way you fight, all action. You're one of the best things in boxing right now. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, you coming on this show, we support you 250%, and we want to bring you back on the show when everything's signed, sealed, and delivered. Frank Warren hands you that contract, or however that's going to work out. You sign on the dotted line. We know you're fighting. Exact date in February, when, where, who. can we get you back on the show to talk some more about your upcoming fight?
You got my number now, so just give me a shout anytime.
Dereck Delboy Chisora, my man. Any final words out there for the fans listening? We got a lot of UK listeners, man. We do a lot for the, we get a lot of the UK fighters on here. You were one on the bucket list to get on this show. We finally got you. But you got any questions out there for the fans, haters?
All I gotta say to everybody, man, the fans, the haters, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and everybody in the world. They got a chance of doing anything they want and keep going for that dream you're trying to achieve, like myself. So Happy New Year to everybody.
One more thing, Delboy. On Twitter, there's 16 Dereck Chisoras. There's just regular Dereck Chisora, but is it?
What's my Twitter account?
You don't need to know.
You want me to? It's at Delboy Chisora. At DELLBOY CHISORA.
The one's got more followers. That's my one.
And then that's it. Follow this man. You said it. 2013.
At Delboy Chisora.
He'll be fighting for a world title.
At Delboy Chisora, yeah.
We want to see you bring. We don't want to see you just fight for that world title, Delboy. We want to see you win that world title, man. Like I said.
I will. Don't worry. I'm telling you, man. This year coming, in the next 2 weeks, be my year.
Right on, and we'll be looking for you. We'll be looking for you in Vegas in the spring, then too.
No, we'll be looking for him at the airport in London, picking us up in a smart car. That's what we'll be really looking for.
Well, that too. That's right.
They better allow.
I'll be there in Vegas. I'm gonna send you an email when I'm on my way to Vegas. I'll take a picture and say I'm on my way to Vegas, and I'll tweet it, and then you lot can see me coming to the States.
Right on. Okay, and then we'll pick you up, but it won't be in a smart car. We'll do a little better than that.
Don't be sending no limos, those American limos. I'm not really a fan of those cars, but you can come pick me up personally. That'll be fine. Thanks a lot, anyway.
Delboy, you have a great night, champ, and we appreciate your time. Merry Christmas to you. Happy holidays, Happy New Year, and God bless, man. We look forward to talking to you soon.
Thanks, mate. Bye.
Bye-bye.